What's up YouTube, welcome back to another video on my channel Skotrix, and today as you can see we are back on NBA 2K21 current gen for another build guide video. And in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to build the best Kevin Durant build in NBA 2K21 current gen. This is a super good all around build. It has amazing finishing, shooting, playmaking, and defense, and it's also 6'9", so it's going to be a lot taller than a lot of other builds that are kind of wing slash ball handler builds like this build is, because this build could literally play the point guard if you wanted to, it could play the center if you wanted to, it could play the wing, it can really play any position. So it's a super good all-around build, and I'm gonna show you how to build it right here. But before we get into that, I just want to mention really quickly, if y'all have not subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you click that sub button. Only about 2% of people who watch my videos are actually subbed to my channel, so if you click that subscribe button right now, you can join the 2% gang. I really appreciate it, helps it a lot. And also I stream on Twitch. My Twitch link will be down in the description below. I really appreciate all the support over there as well. But yeah, with all that being said, without any further ado, let's get right into the video here. Alright, so first things first, on this screen, the only thing that's important is you want your position to be a small forward, just like Kevin Durant in real life. Hand, jersey number, name, none of that matters. You can set that up however you want, then just go ahead and click continue. Now for the skill breakdown right here, you just want to go down one to the perfectly balanced between finishing and shooting. This is obviously so that you have the ability to score at the rim, mid-range, three-pointer, wherever. This is going to be an all-around scoring build. So you just want to take this pie chart right here, green and blue, finishing and shooting, go ahead and say yes. Now for the physicals profile right here, you're going to want to take pure speed. This is obviously so you can be as fast as possible. Since you are going to bring the height up a little bit, you're going to lose a little bit of speed there, and you want to have it as high as possible. So take this one right here, majority purple, majority speed, go ahead and say yes. Now for the attribute and badge distribution right here, first off for the finishing, you're just going to want to go ahead and max out your close shot, driving layup, driving dunk, and your standing dunk, just like that, and that will give you 14 finishing badges, which is going to be the perfect amount. I will show you how to put on the finishing badges at the end of the video, but trust me, that'll be the perfect amount. Just go ahead and leave it like that. And these attributes, these are going to change quite a bit as we go through the next few slides, so don't get too caught up on them right now. They are going to change a ton. Just set it up like that and you'll be good, trust me. Then you can go down to the shooting. For shooting, you want to max out mid-range, three-pointer, free throw. You want to bring this up to an 87, which is one below max. And if you're going to be playing a lot in the park and not really in the pro-am or whatever, you could sub out the free throw and instead upgrade post fade. But for me, I'm going to upgrade free throw right here. It really doesn't matter between these two what you want to upgrade. If you want to shoot a lot of post fades, upgrade that. If you think you're going to be playing rec and you want to be shooting a lot of free throws, upgrade that instead. It really doesn't matter. It just depends on your playstyle. But this is basically how you want to set up the shooting for this build. Then you can go down to the playmaking. For playmaking, you want to max out pass accuracy, and you also want to max out your ball handle right here, and that will give you 7 playmaking badges, and that's going to be the perfect amount for this build. Obviously not a ton, but you will be able to get all of the important badges. 7 really is the perfect amount, so just go ahead and set up your playmaking like that. Then you can go down to the defense. For defense, you want to max out perimeter, steal, block, defensive rebound, and then put your remaining 22 attributes right here into your lateral quickness, which will get up to a 66 and give you 5 defense badges, which again will be the perfect amount. You're obviously going to have a really good all-around defending build with this build. Since you do have a high block, high perimeter defense, high rebound, you're really going to be able to guard inside, outside, wherever, point guards, shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, centers, whatever position, you're going to be able to guard everybody with this build. Just go ahead and set up your defense like this, and the final attributes and badges right here for this build, you have 14 finishing badges, 16 shooting, 7 playmaking, and 5 defense. So once you have everything looking like this, you can go ahead and click continue. Now for the body shape right here, this really doesn't matter. You can choose whichever one you like the look of the best. It really doesn't affect the attributes nor the badges for the build. All it does is change how the build looks. So I'll probably take slight, since I think it's the most similar to Kevin Durant. Obviously he's super skinny, so that's the one I'm going to take right here, but again, it doesn't matter. Then for the height, you do want to bring this up to 6'9", Kevin Durant's height in real life, and that obviously changes the attributes a ton. Some finishing goes down, some goes up, shooting goes down, playmaking goes down, some defense goes down, some goes up. But obviously the huge advantage that you do get by bringing it up 2 inches is your height is going to be a lot taller, and you're going to have an easier time defending people, scoring on people, all of that, because you're obviously going to be taller, more of a demigod type of build. So set it up at 6'9" right here. This is where you want to have the height. Go ahead and say yes. Now for the weight right here, you want to bring this all the way down to minimum, obviously, so you have as much speed as possible. It also brings up your driving layup, driving dunk, perimeter defense, and lateral quickness, which is all really good as well, and your acceleration and vertical. So that's all good, but really the one thing that you want the most is the speed. So just set it up right here at minimum. Go ahead and say yes. Now for the wingspan right here, there's a little bit of personal preference. I recommend going all the way down to minimum wingspan right here. Even though it brings some of your finishing down, it does bring your shooting up to a more reasonable level, to where you're going to be able to make shots more consistently, so I recommend bringing it all the way down to minimum. You could balance it out somewhere in here also, though. You can look at these and decide which ones fit your playstyle the best. You could also bring it up if you want to focus a lot more on finishing than shooting, and obviously if you have it right here, you'll unlock contact dunks once you get to 98 overall, and you'll get elite contact dunks once you get to a 99. But down here, you'll not really get contact dunks at all, even though you still will be able to dunk and you'll still be able to get all the good dunk animations. Other than the contact dunks, you do have a lot more shooting, so this is where I'm going to go ahead and recommend setting it up, and that's where I'm going to put it for this build. Then for the takeover, you can really choose whichever one you want the most, whichever one fits your playstyle the most. You have the option between the slasher, shooter, playmaker, and shot creator takeovers right here. I'll probably just go ahead and take the slasher takeover, but again, you can choose whichever one fits your playstyle the best. And as you can see, boom, 3-level scorer, shades of Gordon Hayward, TJ Warren, and Jalen Rose. But I really think this build is similar to Kevin Durant, and that's why I compare it to, and I think it's very good, very similar to him. So now I'm going to go ahead and take a quick second and, like I said, show you how to put on the badges for this build. I recommend you stick around for this. It'll only take a second, and it will obviously show you the best way to set up the badges. But first, right here is the attributes. These are the final attributes if you want to pause the video and look at these. But now on to the badges right here. First off, for the finishing, you're going to want to go ahead and get Slithery Finisher all the way up to Hall of Fame. If you have contact dunks, maybe you upgraded the wingspan more so that you could get contact dunks, then you're going to want contact finisher. If you didn't, then you could ignore that. It's really not too important. Instead, you're going to want to get Relentless all the way up to Hall of Fame, and then you're going to want to go ahead and invest into Acrobat onto Silver, Consistent Finisher onto Bronze, just like that. Also Pro Touch onto Bronze. And then with these last two badges, you have a little bit of personal preference. Cross key scorer is decent. You could put on contact finisher anyways, but I don't really think it's too important unless you have contact dunks. And there's a few other decent badges like fancy footwork, Lob City Finisher. If you're playing in the rec more, you might even want a badge that boosts your takeover more, like maybe Showtime or Fast Break Finisher even. But for me, I'm just going to go ahead and get Cross Key Scorer onto Bronze and also Fancy Footwork onto Bronze, just like that. And this is how I'm going to set up the finishing badges for this build. Go ahead and say yes. Now for the shooting right here, obviously a ton of shooting badges on this build. You're going to want to go ahead and get Hot Zone Hunter up to Hall of Fame, Range Extender up to Hall of Fame, Deadeye onto Gold, Flexible Release onto Gold. And then with these last two badges right here, you can put them into Catch and Shoot, Corner Specialist, Volume Shooter, or Tireless Shooter. Those are all good badges, but for me, I'm going to go ahead and invest into Corner Specialist onto Silver, just like this. And this is how I'm going to set up the shooting badges. Obviously a really good shooting badge setup right here for basically anything, wherever you're playing, whatever role you play on the team. This is going to be really good shooting badges, so just go ahead and say yes. Now for the playmaking badges right here, first off, you're going to want to go ahead and get Quick First Step onto Gold, then Handles for Days onto Gold, and Unpluckable onto Bronze, just like that. You could also change it up so that you have Handles for Days on Bronze and Unpluckable onto Gold, but I really recommend setting it up like this. Even if you're not the primary ball handler, whenever you do have the ball in your hands and you're dribbling, you're definitely going to want to have as much stamina as possible, and with Handles for Days on Gold, you're going to have way more stamina, so that's good. That's why I recommend setting it up like this. This is going to be, just like I said, the perfect amount of playmaking badges. Just go ahead and say yes. Now onto the defense badges right here. Really all you need is Clamps onto Gold so that you can guard people on the perimeter as good as possible, and then Rebound Chaser onto Bronze and Rim Protector onto Bronze also. There is a few other good badges like Intimidator or Heart Crusher, but I really recommend setting it up just like this so that you can guard basically every position. You really won't need more defense badges than this. You'll still be able to get rebounds, still be able to get blocks, and still be able to guard people on the perimeter with your defense looking just like this. So I'm going to go ahead and say yes, and there you guys go. That's how you build the best Kevin Durant build in NBA 2K21 current gen. Obviously Kevin Durant is kind of a tough player to make in current gen because you can't really get as many attributes as you can in next gen, but this is still a really good build in my opinion, and it still is very similar to Kevin Durant. So yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe to my channel if you're new. Like I said, only 2% of people who watch my videos are actually subbed to my channel, so if you click that subscribe button right now, you can join the 2% gang. I really appreciate it, helps out a lot. And also, like I said, I stream on Twitch. My Twitch link will be down in the description below. Make sure you go follow me over there if you enjoy watching live streams. But yeah, that's going to be it. All right, peace.